Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a cup with an opal type of glitter on top. I have this one that is a fine glitter and this one which is a chunky. They are both from Glitterful. They have amazing glitter. So I'm going to use one of those. But first I have my prepped cup, 3 makeup sponges, and white, pink, and blue acrylic paint. So I'm going to be using these 3 colors all over the cup, blended together. So then when I put the glitter on top, it will pick up the colors in the background. You can spray paint your cup first if you want more full coverage. I want mine to be very faded and blended all together. So what I'm gonna do is start with one of the colors and just dab it on around the cup. Okay, so you're just gonna dab this in random spots around the cup. It doesn't have to look perfect by any means. Alright, then I'm going to go through with blue and do the same thing I just did with the pink. Alright, so I just kind of go back and forth between the two until it is pretty well covered. Alright, once it is pretty much covered with the pink and the blue, I go back in with the white. I don't get a lot. I dip it on there and then I wipe it off. And then I'm going to go back in between the 2 colors and blend them. Alright, once I have it lightened up and blended a bit, I'm then going to go back in and mix the colors with the white to make it as light as possible. Alright, I'm going to go back in with a very light pink. And blend it almost on top of the other pink. Alright, and then you're going to go back through and do the same with the blue. Alright, so once I've got it done, it does look a little crazy, but I promise it will look good when it's done. I've let it dry for a little bit, so it's only a little bit wet. So I'm actually going to go back through with white and lighten it up even more than it is now. Alright, so once I have it how I want it to look, I am going to let it dry, and then I will be back to show you the glitter part. Okay, so I've let this dry for a couple hours, and I just sprayed some Krylon Easy Tack on it. And I'm going to put the glitter on it. I think I'm going to go with the chunkier one. So this stuff is, pretty sticky. If you didn't see my tack it method video with the Krylon Easy Tack, it's the same one I use in there. So I'm just going to pour this on here. And since it is a chunky glitter, I like to press it down as I go, and it makes it a lot easier to put epoxy on. And I'm just going to continue doing that all around the cup. Alright, so I have pressed all of the glitter down. I didn't rub it because I don't want any of it to come off. I just wanted to press it in so it lays flat on there. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can see none of them are sticking up. And it's going to be a lot easier to epoxy because you won't have to do, you know, a bunch of layers just for it to cover up the chunky glitter. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it does show a lot of the pink and blue behind the glitter. Alright, so the next step I'm going to do is let this sit for a little while, and then I'm going to put epoxy on it. Alright, so now I am going to do the epoxy on this cup. I use KS resin. I love it. It makes such a nice finish on the cup, and it is pretty thick. I will have a coupon code in the description box and a link if you want to check it out and save a couple dollars. When I'm using epoxy, I do use a mask, gloves. I recommend you look into using, you know, your personal protection and read about the kind of epoxy that you use. So I'm going to put my mask on. It might be hard to hear me, so I'll let you know what I'm going to do beforehand. I'm going to do a thick coat on this. I'm going to mix up more than I need because I have extra cups to do. I'm going to put a thick coat on this, and then afterwards I'm going to take a little bit of epoxy and pour it in this cup, and a little bit of this shimmer. It's just some old, shimmery eyeshadow that I figured why not use as kind of like a mica. Alright, so once I have it mixed up, I'm going to put a little bit in this cup. I'm just going to set it to the side until I'm ready for it. Alright, so once I have a good coat of epoxy on here, I'm going to go ahead and take some of the shimmer and put just a little bit into this extra epoxy. You can see how milky and shimmery that is. So I'm not going to put it all over the cup. I'm just going to put it in random lines around the cup. And I'm just going to take it on my popsicle stick and drizzle it over.
So I'm not sure if that's picking up on camera or not, but and this step is totally not necessary. I just like to do it. It will give some of the spots where the glitter is a kind of milky look to it, because it'll cover up some of the glitter but still have shimmer, and you'll still be able to see the glitter. It'll just look a little bit different in some of the spots. So I'm gonna let this spin and dry, and I will be back to show you how it looks when it is done.
Alright, this is how it turned out. I did do another layer of epoxy on it, and I have sanded some of the spots that need to be sanded down. I'm going to do a decal and do another layer of epoxy on it before it is completely done. But you can see the pink and the blue behind the glitter are pretty subtle, and then I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but the white shimmer we put in our epoxy, it shows up in some of the spots, and then in some of the spots it doesn't, like there. But I think it turned out pretty beautiful. Again, the glitter I used is this one called Diamond. It is from Glitterful. I'll put the link to their website down below. And then I'll also have all of the products I use down below and a coupon code for the epoxy that I use if you want to use that when you're checking out to save a few dollars. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel to see my videos that I post in the future. Thank you for watching.